Hi, I'm here with my friend Pete the cat. Hi, how are you today? Pete wants to know how you're doing. He's doing great. I want to show you a few things today, and then we're going to talk about a story by Pete the cat. First, I'm going to show you my maracas. These are instruments, and they make a great sound. Ooh, maraca. Can you say that? It's a really neat instrument. The next thing I want to show you is the color orange. It's a really fun color. I love this color. I'm wearing it right now on my shirt. And you can take a little dancing scarf and you can do dancing with it. I also have an orange shaky egg. It's kind of like the maracas, you're right. It makes a similar sound. And it's called a shaky egg. And I brought my orange Play-Doh. And in there's orange. So I got some of my Play-Doh out and I have a ball of it right here. A ball of Play-Doh. And I'm gonna squish it and squash it. And I'm going to put an orange button on it because today our story with Pete the cat is about buttons. And watch what happens. I'm squishing it on here. Let's look what I made on the Play-Doh, a button. So we're going to sing a song about buttons throughout the story. And I'm going to tell you what the story is about. It's called Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. And this story is by Eric Litwin. And you know who was the creator of Pete the Cat? That was James Dean. And everyone really loves Pete the cat, so this will be fun. Okay. Pete the cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? Well, there's 3 because 4 minus 1 is 3. This is the number 3. Groovy. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? Let's see. 2, because 3 minus 1 is 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my two groovy buttons. My buttons, my two groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? One, because 2 minus 1 is 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no, because buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my one groovy button. My buttons, my one groovy button. Pop! Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? Zero, because 1 minus 1 is 0. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? Let's see. His belly button. And he kept on singing his song. It's all good. My button, I still have my belly button. My button, I still have my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. Thanks, Pete. That's a great story. Things come and things go. Well, here's Pete with his buttons. Thanks, Pete. We really enjoyed that story. And I want to count for a minute the buttons that Pete started with. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. He lost 1, and then he only had 3. 1, 2, 3. He lost 1 more, pop, and it rolled away. Yeah, you remember, don't you? Then how many did he have left? 1, 2. Then pop, another one rolled away, and he only had 1 left right there. And then pop, it rolled away. Then he had his belly button left. We all have a belly button, so we always have a button left. Thanks, Pete. That's great. We don't need to cry because button comes and buttons go. Now, I want to show you, I have the letter G. And this sound is G, G, G. Can you say that? Oh, good. Yeah, you're doing that great. G. And a few things I have to show you is a gorilla. Yeah, you can say that. G, gorilla. And I have a gift. This is a gift. A gift is a present, but we're going to call it a gift because it starts with the letter G. Gift. I have a goat. This is a goat. Bah, bah. That's what a goat says. But he starts with the letter G. Goat. And I have this teeny little guitar. Yeah, you knew that. It's an instrument. Just like I showed you our maracas earlier. This is a guitar. It starts with the letter G. And one last thing is a game. Yeah, have you ever played a game? It's a lot of fun. And it's a game starts with the letter G. So, the other thing I want to show you is a cat. And this cat has a piece of string, and what you do with it is you thread it through the back and then into the front, whee, and then in through the front and then out through the back, whee. It's a lot of fun. It's like sewing. So this is a fun thing to do if you have this at home with a shoestring and some holes, and you put the string in and out, in and out. Whoa, sometimes it gets caught around the foot, but that's okay. You just undo it and pull it. So this is my little cat friend, and we have been threading it around. And you just keep going and have fun with that. Well, I'm so glad that you came today to join me and Mr. Pete the cat. And we learned about counting. And we learned about the color orange. And we learned that we don't need to get upset if we lose a button or something goes wrong. Sometimes we can feel sad if something goes wrong, and that's okay. We can still stay calm and give ourselves a hug and relax and try to be happy again. We also learned about the letter G. That's a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me and Pete the cat today. See you next time. Bye-bye.